What up everyone, it's your girl, Average K-Pop Trash, back at it again with an experience video. Okay, so real quick before I start this video, and I usually hate it when YouTubers do this, but I'm gonna tell you guys to subscribe because tomorrow I'm gonna come out with some interviews which I did record at KARD, and there were some girls who were in that interview that then subscribed. So if you want, tell your friends to subscribe because my video tomorrow with you guys in it is gonna be out, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I'm just gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna run through the day very quickly because like that's in my vlog, that's all in my vlog. We got some food and then we headed off to like the bus stop to try and find like how do we get there, and that was pretty simple. Like we just sort of looked it up on our phones, did a little bit of research, and we found out like where to catch the bus to and from. And on the bus there was actually like girls who like were also going to KARD. It was at the Roundhouse in Sydney, which is actually on a university campus, so people already sort of had an idea of where it was. So before we actually went to the university, we got a lot of snackies and some food just because we wanted to hand it out in the line, and we thought that would be like a nice thing to do for people. So we did that, and then when we got on the bus, we were just sitting there with all our bags of food. My friend Alyssa just turns to these two girls next to us and goes, "Are you guys going to KARD?" Was like so lucky that they were actually going to KARD because otherwise that would have been incredibly awkward. One of them was like, "Oh yeah, I know where we should get off," and blah blah blah, because we were like sort of having a bit of a panic of like, where do we actually get off? And there was also another girl, and there was this big KARD group chat on Facebook that my friend Alyssa was also a part of, and Alyssa had sent that she was on the bus on the way to KARD, and then one of the girls replied and was like, "Lol, I see you typing," and my friend Alyssa looks up and she goes, "Oh my god, is it you?" Because there was people standing, it was quite a busy bus, and it was the girl literally standing next to me that was like, "Yeah, I'm going to KARD," and we were like, "Ooh, exciting." I was also handing out like these little rice crackers, and I went to go hand them out to some people, and I was like, "Do you guys want some rice crackers?" They're like, "No thank you, we're okay," and I was like, "Are you sure? They're really good." They're like, "We know, we're Asian, we eat them all the time," and I was like, alright, fair enough. I also want to give a big shout out to Cat 3, which was the like third category, that was the like back row sort of thing. Those guys were super sweet. They literally clapped for me. They were so nice to me. They told me I was a legend. Like I got to tell them my YouTube channel. That was awesome. Those guys were so sweet. Literally everyone in that section was so sweet. I also met Dhruv and Josh and their friends. There was Anthony and I forgot the girl's name, but she was also super sweet. There were so many people that I got to meet that were just so nice, and everyone was so welcoming, and there wasn't anyone like fighting or having fan wars because KARD is a very like multi-fandom sort of fandom. Like everyone in the KARD fandom is pretty multi-fandom. So everyone in the line was super sweet, and then we started like everyone started standing up and we were like, oh my god, shit's happening, we're about to go in. And Andy True was out near the line, and I love Andy True so freaking much, and I was like, oh my god, I literally need to ask him to go to my formal. And I was like, "Andy, date me, I promise I'm 30. And he literally like filmed me. I'm not in his video, like on the video on SBS Pop Asia, I'm not in that video, but I did yell at him and he did film me because he had a little vlogging camera similar to mine. So when they scanned everyone's tickets, we got into the venue, and I was in the second row. We had to wait in the venue for about an hour-ish, like give or take a few, but everything started on time. Like it got to 6 o'clock. Andy and Kevin came out and like announced that like the show would be starting soon. Lights went out, KARD came on, and it was bomb as fuck. Literally the entire concert was amazing. During the first song, I literally bawled my eyes out so much, and Alyssa's like, "Oh my god, Libby, you're crying already." I was like, yes, because I love KARD, you know. I was so excited. Sammy was behind me and she goes, "Libby, I can't see when you put your hands up in the air." I was like, fine then, go in front of me. So me and Sammy switched spots, and then I was like in the third-ish row. I sort of got pushed sort of this way, away from where Sammy and Alyssa were, and I was behind this girl and I couldn't see anything because her phone was in the way. And this is literally my #1 pet peeve. I'm gonna do a whole separate rant about this, I reckon, one day, because I cannot stand it when people have their phones out during the entire concert. I know Alyssa's gonna feel personally attacked, but this is not about Alyssa. This was about the fact that when I was in the third row, I turned around, I couldn't see anyone's fucking faces because all I could see was phones, and I was so devastated and disappointed because when I go to concerts, I so thoroughly enjoy it. I didn't take any videos. My phone was in my bag on the floor. So I was incredibly disappointed and so sad to see this, like, just this entire sea of phones. I was like, and I can't imagine being an artist. I mean, I guess some people obviously, like, you get used to it when you perform so much. but I can't imagine getting up on stage and seeing that many phones and not being able to see anyone's faces. But apart from that, the concert was amazing. They did a little Q&A session. I yelled at Soman, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I yelled at Soman to step on my face, and I got some weird looks because apparently that's not a normal thing to say. Apparently you just say I love you. Like, I didn't know that you couldn't say step on my face, so that's a weird thing to say apparently, and I'm very sorry to everyone that gave me the weirdest fucking looks. Like, everyone was literally turned around, looked at me like this, like what the fuck, because it was like silent, and like she was like about to say something, and I was like, step on my face, and everyone was like, what? That was a bit awkward for me. I felt really awkward about that. And then so they just did songs, they did a Q&A, they sort of like, they danced with fans. Everyone just did really well. Everyone had lots of fun. All the people who got like the little fan service, like you roll a dice and then you get like a fan service thing, those people were like super lucky, and it made me super happy to see people like just enjoying themselves on stage with KARD. I thought that was awesome. So the entire concert was great. Like, I don't even know what else to say. They did solos for each member, and Living Good Part 2 was BM's solo, and BM was already my bias. So when he did Living Good Part 2, I was fucking excited. He was like, when I say living, you say good. Living good, living good. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking like collapse to the floor because I love BM so much, and I love Living Good. Living Good is my all-time favorite song by KARD. It's not even a title track, and I love it so freaking much. I just can't. I just can't, because that was such a good song, you know. And he could have literally said this to all of the concerts on their tour, but like he said to us, he's like, in the song I talk about how like when we get to part 3 of Living Good, how there's gonna be a whole other energy, and he goes, I just found that whole other energy with you here tonight. And I was like, bitch, I'm gonna cry. Like, oh my god, I literally feel myself tearing up now, because like I love BM, I love KARD, I love Living Good. Living Good is such an important song to me, and every time I heard it, the first 20 times I heard that song, I was bawling my eyes out at, you know, when they go BM, JSF, Summon Jiwoo, Hidden KARD, like that part had me freaking in tears every time. To hear Living Good Part 2 live, and I have never stumbled across that on like YouTube or anything. I had never stumbled across that, and I was so happy to see it. Everyone else's solos were really good, but that one really had a special place in my heart. But for the encore, so the lights went out, they said good night Sydney. We're like, we know that it's not the end of the concert because every group always has an encore, so we were yelling encore, encore, encore. When everyone sort of went quiet for a little bit, someone goes, somebody once told me, and everyone was like singing all stuff for like a solid like 2 minutes until everyone like didn't know the rest of the lyrics. That was awesome. Literally at that guy, like, please marry me, you are my soulmate, you know. So then they came back and they did Oh Na Na, I'm pretty sure, and they did Living Good, and Living Good was their last song, and I fucking went off. Let me tell you, literally, I will insert a clip here. I screamed. You can hear it in Alyssa's video because I filmed nothing of the concert, but Alyssa filmed heaps. So you can hear in Alyssa's video, you hear me go, we got work, don't need breaks. So that was just an awesome way to finish the concert. I was so sweaty after that song. Every time BM told everyone, put your hands up, everyone put their hands up, you know. People still had their phones out, but they also had their other hand in the air, you know. They were like filming, but also had their hand in the air trying to get lit, you know. And then it was time for like photo op. Like, they did the high touch first, and high touch went so quickly. There was groups of 10 people, and me, Sammy, and Alyssa were lucky enough to be in the same photo. The photos came out today. Okay, so we walked up. I will insert audio somewhere along here. And then when we got to the lineup, it wasn't super packed, and there was also no one that was particularly like stressed or annoyed. Like, everyone was super friendly, everyone was super nice. We took snacks, so I started handing out chips to people, but we walked up and we were like, hi, oh my god, hi. And like we had to go right to the end, so we got to like see all of the members. And like I said, hi JSF, and then I said, oh my god, you guys are so pretty, to Soman and Jiwoo, because they are literally gorgeous, literally my queens. And then I got to sit, I kid you, right in front of BM. I was on the second chair in the row, and I was right in front of BM. I was shooketh because I love BM literally that much. I love him like more than life itself, right? He like started talking to us, and I was like, hi, and then like I sort of did this like at him, and he was like, oh, did you guys enjoy the concert? We were like, yeah, it was so good, blah blah blah. And he's like that's good. And then he sort of like said to me, he's like, oh, I saw you doing this before, like, do you want to do a heart? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then me and him did a heart, and literally like they were like, okay, 3 2 1, and I was like still like trying to get my heart ready, and I was like, and then like you can see it in the photo. I'll insert the picture here.
guys enjoy the show?
Yes, it was great. Thank you.
I saw you try to make a lot of noise. Is that what you want to do?
Thank you so much.
In the photo, I was like, because I was so excited, and I'm like totally okay with that. Like, I don't care if I look like trash, because I was, you know, doing a heart with BM and I was like freaking lit about it. I was so happy. The photos came out just today and I was like walking home from school and I was like, oh my god, why are we such a cute couple, you know? So KARD themselves were literally amazing. I'm not gonna say it's my top concert because I still went to GOT7 and GOT7 are my alt bias group, so like, but KARD is definitely one of the ones that's right up there. The audience atmosphere was not as nice as I would have expected. I thought it was going to get a lot more lit. I expected that the audience would be a little bit more jumpy and like excited to be there. I know that there was a lot of people that were, and I'm not saying everyone was like this, but particularly where I was, when I turned around, I just saw a lot of phones and a lot of people standing still, and that sucks, but I guess sometimes it happens and that's sort of the modern generation for you. But apart from that, KARD was awesome. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you can see those interviews tomorrow, because I am going to edit them tonight. I'm going to get them up ready for you guys, and I will see you all in my nenext video. Bye guys.
We gon' work, don't need breaks. 소개 누울 때 그때 쉽게 힘이 되는 널 고마워하는 너의 미로